Hi everyone. I'm down at Thermy, and I've come down for a reason. Humans for Humanity, Neda from Humans for Humanity. I mean, she not only just she's attacked the guys that works in the warehouse publicly. She done a video and attacked the guys from the warehouse publicly, saying that they're thieves because she found rice and stuff up in the flat she had them in. I mean, she said quite a lot. The video she put was quite nasty. She said they broke a sink, and they're liars and everything else. So I've was contacted by Felix, and he would like to say his bit back. He would like to say the truth. And also, I have the rest of the boys here that works in the. Not all. Are these all everyone here? Yeah, everyone. I have all the boys here that has worked in the warehouse. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Is that okay?
Yeah.
8. Okay. So I let them say their story, basically. I mean, I haven't paid them no money. I haven't taken them out for lunch or anything like that. I haven't given them anything. I know this Neda's going to come at me because she's come at me really bad publicly, and Miss Anwar's done exactly the same. She's come at me publicly as well. But when I watched the video, I was quite shocked that they attacked refugees and basically called them thieves, vandals, liars, everything else. So let them have their say. She had her say publicly. Now we'll let the boys have their say. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it up to Felix. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone that is listening. I'm sure most of the guys must have seen the live video that Nada. I think one of the director, or if I'm not mistaken, the director of Human for Humanity. I'm sure you guys, most of the guys, must have seen the live video she did. I think that was a day before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I just want to clear something. I just want to make something straight here because I watched the video myself, and initially I didn't want to get involved because it wasn't actually something that has to do with me personally, even though I had my grievances against her for mistreating not just me, but me and the guys that I brought to help her in our warehouse. So I felt like, I've been humiliated, and I've been mistreated as well by someone who claims to, stand for the refugee, So I just felt like, it shouldn't have happened. So I will start by saying that I and the guys, we initially, I was the one who took about 7 guys to the warehouse because I got to meet Nada through Eric and Eric Kempson, because they were more like a family to me. They've been so good to me ever since I came. Literally, they are the first family that I met in Greek when I arrived there, and they've been very supportive, always caring, asking me whatever I need, and also telling me to ask people around the camp if they need something. And on several occasions, they've actually brought stuff for me, whereby I have to distribute it to so many people because the things are so many for me. And from them, I got to meet Nada as well, and we had good relationship, and up until when Nada asked me if I can stay in the warehouse because they were scared that some guys might come vandalize their warehouse and stuff like that, and they needed someone to stay there, work for them, and then act like a security guy at the same time. And initially, I had a place I was staying. Then I was given an apartment by a church. Then, and I said to them, no, I don't think I want to come there and stay. But I can get some guys actually that I trust very well who can do that job for them, and like act like a security guys for them. And yeah, but prior to all these, when I actually started working with Nada was when they had a container. I think the container was coming from Norway, and and they called me, and I came to the warehouse, and we were doing jobs there, and the husband to Nada called me and said to me he needs about 5 guys. He need about 5 guys that were going to work in the warehouse, and it's not for free, that he was going to pay the guys. And they told me about their vision, what they were about to, about their vision regards to the community center. And it was very nice, and I said to them, no, I can get guys that are very trustworthy who would work with them. And Rafa said to me, it's not for free, that they were going to pay us, but they never mentioned what the specific amount of money that they were going to pay. So because they said they were going to pay, I called the guys. I called some of the guys who were my friends, and some were my brothers, and I said, guys, there's a job here, but I don't know the specific amount that they were going to pay, but guys, you can come over, let's see if we can get a deal with these people. So they came over, and we offloaded the container that same day. And while we were offloading,
can I just stop you there for a minute, Felix? I mean, because this interests me. I haven't heard this bit before about the, before today, about them offering you money and paying you. But just so everyone thinks this is not just coming from Felix, did anyone else here was told the same, that they would be paid?
I'm there, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All of you. And this was by Neda or Rafat?
It's Rafat.
Rafat, okay.
Rafat said that he will be paying us, but he didn't know the actual amount he will be paying. But let's offload the container. After offloading the container, that we will talk about the prices, and we will be living there, so that we will be doing security work and working in the warehouse.
Okay. Sorry about that, Felix. I just wanted to get that clear, because I only heard that this morning, and it's
yeah. And honestly, that kind of caused a rift between me and the guys, because at some point, with the rate my relationship with Neda and Rafa was going, the guys became suspicious that I might be getting paid somehow where else they are not getting paid and they are working. So I had to clear it off. At some point, I told the guys, listen, we are not getting paid here. If you don't want to work, you are free to leave here. It's not by force. And the guys, the guys were like, okay, so can't she pay even anything? And if Nada and Rafa can be very honest, they will remember there was a time I came to them and I said to them, listen, the guys are not asking for much. The guys are just asking for little, so that it kind of give them a boost, to continue working hard and stuff like that. They are not holding you guys on ransom, saying you have to pay us this amount. But all they want is, even if it's €5, every week, or even if it's €10 every week, let there be something that you guys can offer, a kind of a motivation, even if it's not a payment, but a kind of to boost the guy, because it's kind of weird that you work like a normal, like you work for a normal organization and you don't get paid only to get clothes and stuff like that. And besides, the day we were offloading this specific container, the guy who I think he owns this container, I forgot his name, but I vividly still remember he was there with the wife, and he personally said to all of the guys, you can have as much stuff as you want from this, because you guys have worked so hard today. I mean, it was a 40-feet container.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it was a 40-feet container, and we literally offloaded everything.
Yeah.
And if I remember, they gave each and every one of us €10 for offloading that container.
The guy whose container it was, he gave you all €10 each.
Not that the Rafat guys gave us €10, and Rafat said to me, no, this is just for today, that we will talk. Okay. We will sit down and talk about the proper, payment for every one of us. And the guys heard him right. And I said to the guys, no, because the guys were complaining, why would he give us €10 for offloading a 40 feet of container? I said to them, no, guys, this is just keep this, because something good is coming ahead. So that's why they didn't even cause problem, that day, because I told them that Rafa said, no, this is just for today, that
Okay.
there will be a plan where they would actually figure out is the exact amount they would be able to pay the guys, maybe weekly or monthly.
Okay.
So we had everything. But as time goes on, and they started having issues like, no, we can't pay this guy, we can't, and stuff like that. And they ended up, I think NADA came to us now and said to us guys that they can pay. For now, they don't have the budget. After we have worked for 1 week.
You have to work for 1 week, sorry?
Yes, we have worked for 1 week, so on the weekend like we are asking for our money. So Rafael now told this guy, which is Felix, that letting calm us down, that he's going to pay us our money on Sunday.
Okay.
So reaching on Sunday, we meet Rafael by himself. He said that we shouldn't ask him, that we should come and ask
Felix. Okay.
So which we did the same thing to ask Felix. Felix told us that the guy have not given him any money.
Okay.
So which we get sorted on Monday morning, we don't want to work. So we wait for Felix to come. So after Felix comes, so we ask Felix for our money. So Felix now take us to Rafael. Rafael now tells us after work on Mondays that he's going to pay us our money. So that is how we continue the work. So till then, till now, Rafael did not give us any money. So if each time we ask for the money, he just tell us that we should calm down. Till now.
So how long were you all working in the warehouse?
We worked there for a month and 2 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yes.
And you got 10 euros?
Yes, only 10. That 10 euros is not for the payment. That 10 euros
That was
is
for
the
unloading that container?
They only buy cigarettes and stuff like that. And remember, there was a time we asked them, they said we can have any food we want from the food store.
warehouse.
Yeah.
They have only raw food, but no ingredients to cook this food. And there was a day we worked very hard and they left us, they went home. And there was this lady who came in from UK. When I called, I never knew who this lady was. I called Rafat and I was like, bro, we have food here. Honestly, we have food, but we don't have ingredients to cook this food. And we are tired, we are hungry. And the next thing Rafat did was take the phone, give it to this lady whom I've never met before. And this lady, was so rude on the phone. She was saying to me that you can cook the food like that and eat it. Even right now, as we are talking to you guys, we are just eating food with no pepper, with no cheese and stuff like that. And I got so angry. And I was like, who is this woman? I don't know this woman because I've never met her. I mean, like, I've only met her for once. And what really got me pissed off that day was that she wasn't even here when we were doing all the dirty jobs. I mean, the warehouse was so messed up. You can ask, they were even, Rafael and Nada were so ashamed to bring their so-called donors to the warehouse.
Okay.
Nada literally told me that she can't bring anyone to the warehouse because she can't bring any of her donors to the warehouse because they would think she is a very unserious person. And we have to, I promise her, I said, give us just 2 weeks, we will clear this. And I promise you, by 2 weeks, everything in the warehouse was cleared off. You can ask any volunteers. I have some volunteers, some people that were actually there. I mean, they were like friends to her, who saw how we worked so hard there. I mean, because they were there. Somebody like Rebecca was one of one of the women that I respect so much because she was always looking for a way to assist me, especially.
Yeah. Rebecca's a nice person.
Yeah, she was, and Rebecca saw when this container actually came in, and Rebecca would actually say to me anytime he comes and see how we are working hard, she would say to us, "Wow." She always get amazed, like, "Oh, you guys, you've done amazingly. This whole heap of clothes, you've managed to sort it out." And
Can I interrupt you a bit? I mean, did you just work a 40-hour week, or did you work 5 days a week?
We worked when we came.
Every day.
They promised us that we are going to work 5 days, 2 days off. That is Saturday and Sunday off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But since we started the job, we have not go off for 1 day.
You didn't have 1 day off at all?
Sunday,
No.
Saturday,
Okay.
we
Every
don't have
day.
any
Every day.
Every day.
They
Okay.
even cancel us to not go to break to eat.
and
At some
They
point,
say we
Nada
have
said,
to-
"No, the break stuff that you can't go for break for 1 hour, 2 hours, and you are not paying us, but you're putting orders for us."
conditions like
And what time did you start in the morning?
We start
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock,
Till-
11.
Till night.
Till it got dark?
10 to
10.
9, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You
Jesus
don't have
Christ.
time.
She said to us, "You can start at 11, but we don't have any time to close." So sometimes when they leave, sometimes they leave at 6, we close at 6, and sometimes they leave at whatever time they leave is what time we have to
work to
close.
work to,
So
okay.
if they have to be there till 11,
Okay.
we have to be there till 11.
Okay.
So there's a woman called Razi. That was a particular day that we worked so hard, and then later it was about 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. somewhere there. She came in after they have gone out, I don't know, wherever they go to, and when they came in, she actually wanted one of the guys to start, washing the floor of the warehouse at 8 p.m. These are guys who has been working from 10 or somewhere there. We've been moving cartons from one place to the other, And the guy was like, no, it's late. We can't do that. And she snapped at the guy. And it was like, hey guys, if you don't want to work, there are European volunteers. I had friends from UK who can come here and do this job in less than 2 weeks and still pay for the accommodation that you guys are getting for free. And we don't have to give them food. They would have to buy their own food and pay us and work for free for us. Stuff like that.
Yeah. And this woman's name, you said?
Raza.
Miss Raza Anwar.
Yeah.
She's attacked me as well. Okay.
Miss Raza and stuff like that. So, and I went to Nada and I said to Nada, listen, this is what this woman said to us. I don't like the way she addresses the guys. She wasn't here when this whole warehouse was a mess, you know. And now, I mean, she only came when the warehouse was was already cleared. So she wouldn't have known. There's no way she would have known how much work or how much hard work we have done in the warehouse. For her to say we are on serious, guys, that we are, stuff like that. After offloading 40 feet of containers, I'm not talking about the other little trucks that used to come in, sorting clothes and stuff like that. The warehouse was so dusty. I remember I used to have flus every now and then, headaches and stuff like that.
Okay.
The
dust.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me about the sink in the flat? Because this woman from Humanities, this Neda, she really made a big point that you smashed the sink in the flat, and I mean, accidents happen, I know. But did you deliberately do it? Because that's the way she was putting it out.
The sinking was a mistake. It was a mistake, when I was showering.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So when I was showering, so I wanted to clean there, but I think the sink is not really strong.
Okay.
Understand? So I wanted to clean the bathroom, and I just thought I just cleaned it.
You put your arm on it.
Before I could know, the thing just fell down.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what
I
happened.
just wanted to say that because I know when I see the video yesterday, I mean, she made this big thing about, basically causing you damage in her flat and everything else. And she's made this big thing. It cost her a lot of money to put it back together.
The sink is leaking water.
It's even leaking water.
Leaking water inside there. And we call her to call the plumber people to do it. Even the down floor, we clean the toilet and wash everywhere. The toilet is all the sink and the toilet is leaking water inside it. So as the thing is leaking water, we tell her fast, let him call plumber people to do it well.
Okay. And what was the flat like when you moved in there? Was it nice and clean? And
it was so dirty.
It was no clean.
Okay.
It was very dirty. Like it was stinking.
Because they are training dog inside there.
Because dog is
Human
there
being are living with dog.
So
it was
clean
stinking.
up everywhere.
It was stinking, and mind you, they have had issues with the guys. There were this group of guys who lived there before us.
Okay.
And they had issues about this whole thing,
as well
with them.
Okay.
When we moved in there, you can ask anyone. We make sure we clean. We mop the flat. We had to start. We had to clean the flat afresh. Like everywhere was. And I said to her, Neda, we've managed to clean the whole flat, and she was happy. She was like, "No, you guys, you've done fantastically."
Nice.
And I felt so bad because when I watched the video, I know many people don't. I don't even want people to feel pity for me because she came as someone who wanted to help me, but in return, in return it was the opposite.
Okay.
She caused me more headache. I felt like I've been used.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you think all the refugees in Greek or wherever they are morons or they are clowns or are people who don't have life before, you are getting it very wrong. I tell everyone that is listening, if you think that refugees are just rags and stuff like that, no, we are not. most of us, we have degrees wherever we come from. We have good life. We have things moving on. We are even better than so many people, you know. But we circumstances forced us to become what we are today. We didn't choose to be refugees. Nobody wants to be pitied on anyway. And nobody wants to be getting clothes from anyone or calling someone asking, oh, I have food.
She
and
said
stuff like that.
your payment was closed, and it was.
Yeah, she said so because
she gave you the flats.
when she asked us to move out of the house, she said because I complained about her not keeping to her promise, and she said, no, I never promised you guys money. What I said to you guys is that you stay in the apartment, you work for me, and that's you staying. I quote her. You can ask her. She said to us,
it's pointless asking her anything. She'll lie.
that her payment to us, that she can't pay us, you know, but that she pays about 500 or 600 euro every month for the apartment that we stay in. So that what the only thing she can do is that we can have food items.
Yeah.
We can have food items, and we can have anything we want from the warehouse, and we can sleep in the warehouse, and then though, because I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want to be like be biased like she was. She only wanted 5 people.
Okay.
You know, she only wanted 5 people. But the reason why we ended up becoming 8 guys was because sometimes when we close because we have to work late, we call the Rafat guy or the other guy they asked to always take the guys back to Morocco. And when we call them to come and pick the guys up, they never show. They don't show up. And this guy will end up sleeping over.
Okay.
And sometimes in the morning they want these same guys to come back. And I ended up saying to the guys, since we are having issues with logistics and stuff like that, because sometimes we have lots of job to do, and these jobs are not just for 5 guys. It's a job that needs a lot of people.
Okay.
It's like it requires strength. So I would ask some of the guys, I say, no, you don't have to go back tomorrow. You can sleep over so that we can start early tomorrow morning. That's how we ended up. And even at then, not every time these guys, they go tomorrow. Sometimes they walk from about 30 minutes from the warehouse.
I've trekked more than 3-4 times
to come
there.
To walk from Moria down
from Moria to
there.
that
You
place.
walked,
Trekking like 3-4 times.
The other thing is, the other thing she said on that tape, she said that you all took tons and tons of clothes with you. You took loads and loads of stuff with you when you left. But I know, Felix, you, because I've supplied you with a lot of clothes and stuff, and I can't see you. And I know you said to me when you approached me about this, and you said I left all my stuff there. I got nothing in the thing. But she actually said you all took hundreds of stuff.
Well,
of stuff,
if they can be true, I would not deny the fact that I took stuff from the warehouse.
Okay.
But when I took stuff from the warehouse was originally when the container arrived. And the owner of the clothes,
said
we could take whatever we want.
Okay.
He was even picking clothes and was giving it to us to size it ourselves and see if it's nice. The guy was, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, I know him, and believe it or not, it surprises me. But that obviously he thought you needed clothes and everything else, and he thought he'd look after you.
So he gave us the permission to have whatever we need.
That's nice. Yeah.
Okay, so she's saying, and besides, this same Nada who accuses me or the guys packing packs of clothes, like I saw from the video. She used to ask me to go get people that they can give. She used to ask me to get leaders of the Ish community so that they can give them clothes. And sometimes I would tell her, you know what, I can't do that because literally sometimes when you bring clothes to Moria, the police, the cops are always shaking, and I don't want to be searched every now and then, So what I do is sometimes I don't even take stuff for myself. Sometimes when I pack stuff, it's maybe children's or women's and stuff.
Giving me myself. When I was in the church house, I never knew. Felix just met us in the church house, and each time he comes back from work, we are many like 10 guys there. We don't have much. They say, why are you putting on this? Sometimes we're going to church. Say, what you're putting on is not good. We go to Catholic church. He brought some clothes for us. I don't know where he brought it from. That is where I pick interest. So he gave me clothes like 3, 4, 5 times. The next day he was talking to me. He said, Sam, okay, if you're going, why don't you take me along with you? Staying in the house is not going to help me. He was like, okay, I'll be going out so you have to join me. Because I like the way he brings things for me. In the church, even gifts, give some two girls that will stay in the church together. I can call them on phone now and confirm if I really like. They are in Thessalonica, they have gone to Athens. He brought some shoes for them. They were like, oh God, I've never put on this shoe. I've been putting on one shoe, things, all this. That's okay. I joined him to the warehouse. He has been a nice guy. I didn't expect it. I was like,
and what did you feel like in the warehouse? I mean, what do you feel like now because of what you heard and what you this video that's come out and everything? How do you feel?
No, I was really surprised. I was not expecting them to have any issue with Felix and telling him to leave the place. They don't have to have any problem with him because he's a nice person.
He is a nice person.
If he's a bad person, I think I would know that he's a bad person. At the initial he told me, Sam, don't worry. Before you work like some time, I think they will be giving you some small thing. You have to get to chips or when you want to get something. But with time, Felix was like, they are not giving us money. Just relax. Just be going out and be coming in, all that. Even some guys really accuse him. They are paying you. You are using the money alone, all that. So police get fed up. Sometimes most of them call them, come to the warehouse. They say, I'm not coming. They are paying you. You are using the money. But you never knew that they were not giving him anything.
I like Felix.
It's even now we believe that they're not giving Felix anything.
Yeah.
So all the work we're just doing there, we're just doing it from our heart.
Well, she actually admitted yesterday, that, on the video that I see, that the payment was you got the flat and you got food. But then she accused you of stealing food and storing it up in the flat, rice bags and stuff like this.
Yeah, I would like to speak on that because for me, before I met Nada, I had no issues regards to food. Although sometimes I ask you guys for food. And if you are unable to come over, because I knew Nada from you, I just thought they were a good friend of yours, and I would ask her. That's after I must have asked you and your wife for food. So I want to make this clear. Every cloth that I wear today, everything that I have today, already I have them from you guys.
Okay.
I got it from Eric Kempson, and they used to. Some of them I have to go to their house. They used to, because at some point they will bring me stuff that are not my size, and I would say no, I don't like it. And they would. The last time they took me to their house, and I have to choose what I wanted for myself. And not just for myself, I brought some for the guys. I'm sure the guys, some of the guys.
You give me some things.
Before
Before we started
jackets,
working from Lafat.
Before we started going to Rafat, already I used to bring
some
clothes
things.
and give to these
Yeah,
guys.
the thing is, the clothes are there for you people. I mean,
And
that's what it comes here for.
what really got me so pissed off was like, was this Nada and Rafat think maybe because I'm a refugee or whatever, or because I don't even know, because I'm a black man, maybe I'm a dullard or whatever, or I'm a clown who doesn't know anything. But I want them to understand, like, you don't treat people that way, because you say you are here for the refugees. To start with, everything you had was a donation from people.
That's right.
From good people. You are only here as a channel because these people can't get to the refugees directly. And that's why you are here. And now you saying to me that the reason why you let me live in a house that is being paid by your donors, not even your money. And these donors actually gave you this money for the sake of refugees. You saying to me that your reward for me working for you was to give me a house, which the money that is being used to pay for this house wasn't even your money. It was the money that was donated for the sake of the refugees. If it wasn't for the refugees, nobody would ever donate that money to you. Secondly, you said your kind of payment to us was we taking clothes and stuff like that. And come on, these clothes were you didn't purchase this clothes with your money. These clothes were given by good Samaritans, good people who cared for the refugees.
The food.
And they had no direct link to the refugees, and they saw you as an NGO. And they decided to give this to you so that also you can pass it on to the refugees. And here you are telling me that the reason why you allowed us to take stuff, or the reason why you never paid us what we agreed on,
Is because we are
is
taking
because
stuff.
you gave
But
us stuff. And
we
stuff.
go there. I mean, you know, like I've always said to you, you're welcome to have what you want and let me know what you want, and all your friends, and
Yeah.
especially during the snow and the rain and the winter, it's really cold.
Yeah.
And we try to help you as much as we can. I mean, we were
Yeah.
down at Moria, and if we weren't at Moria, you were at my house. But the other thing is, you know, the Attica warehouse, the other warehouse, it was full the other month, and we had friends